When mechanics realized they drained transmission fluid instead of oil in a couple's BMW, they told them they'd fix it immediately. They believed them at first, but 4 months later, they still can't drive the car and says an insurance company is trying to rip them off. Jan Newton's split-second decision to do some quick car maintenance at a Wichita Walmart
Decided I'd go ahead and have them change the oil in my vehicle while I got some groceries.
has turned into an endless back and forth with insurance companies. All of it after they say a mechanic made a pretty big mistake.
The transmission locked up, and I found out that they'd actually overfilled the engine compartment. So when they thought they drained the engine oil, they didn't, and they put 7 more quarts of oil in the engine.
Well, I don't know much about vehicles, but I know that that's not something good.
That drained transmission line and engine with too much oil led to her 2014 BMW constantly locking up. So they towed it to a car shop and got a rental. The couple says the employees at Walmart itself were very kind and helpful and thought they'd cover the damages.
Accidents happen, errors are made. They said this is what happened, we will make it right. And I believe with what they said, they truly believed would happen.
But months later, that car still sits in a lot because the Newtons say they're being taken advantage of.
So we have a customer here that got their oil service done incorrectly at Walmart.
And techs at Walser BMW in Wichita can still see the damage left behind.
Bust the seals potentially, and then there's no transmission fluid, so transmission could lock up and fail, and which has occurred.
The couple says Walmart's insurance company, Claims Management Incorporated, is trying to put a used or old transmission in the car. They feared the car's value would drop by thousands if that happens.
I asked that my BMW be worth the same thing today as it was when I drove it into Walmart. That's only fair.
And also say when they brought that point up in these emails, the supervisor started to bully them.
We got an email back from Janelle indicating that we were wanting to enrich ourselves by having a better transmission put in there. And so I took offense to that, obviously.
We contacted CMIW representatives by email and by phone.
I am currently on the other line or away from my desk. If you would leave a brief message with your claim number.
So far, we haven't heard back. The Better Business Bureau has 361 complaints listed against Claims Management, but none of the reports had details, and all were marked as answered on the website. The Newtons have filed a report now with the Sedgwick County District Attorney's Office, which can't comment because investigators are looking into. Newton himself went to another Walmart in town to double-check what his liabilities were during any work project done. He asked about damage by mechanics and recorded the answer.
It says it's not responsible for damage or vehicles or items. That doesn't distinguish between the lot or inside.
If something goes wrong inside, we take care of it.
Take care of it, okay.
But after 4 months of back and forth with their BMW sitting still and a total of 30 towing fees, rental costs, and other expenses.
More than one person has told us that they would take care of that, but no one has offered to take care of it at this point.
And the longer that the more repairs it will need.
Being not driven, not starting, we could potentially have a weak battery. We might have to replace that. So the longer a car stays and doesn't get driven, the more issues could arise potentially.
Leaving the Newtons with little options they can see.
Well, what if I would have been someone who didn't have room on my credit card to put this, and I didn't have time to battle and keep taking this back and forth? Then you end up having to settle for something that's wrong.
Say it's been weeks since their last company. Our invitation for an interview with the insurance agency still stands. In studio, Greg Miller, KAKE News, on your side.